You are watching the Love and Money Show, and today I have a very special guest, JT. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I'd like to start out asking you to tell us who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, so my name is Joey Taylor, but most people know me as JT. I'm a full-time trader, investor, and entrepreneur.
Okay. JT, what's your background?
So, stock trading is my main thing, and so I got into stock market at 16. I took a personal finance class in high school, and so from there, I kind of started doing some independent research and just learning about the market. And at 18, I started working at Domino's, got a job delivering pizza, so I was making decent money. So I was putting that into the market, making some flips there. I started sharing my wins on social media, and then I had people requesting, for a course or a class or some way for me to teach them. So I created my Discord community called Impact Investments, where I help other people get started with the stock market. I ended up going full time, and kind of doubling down on my trading and my business. The business grew, my personal trading accounts grew. And then earlier this year, I launched my own trading software called Capital Flow. It tracks buys in the stock market from multimillionaire traders that have the highest success rates.
Okay, that is interesting. You are financially aware, like very early.
Yeah, I was. It was just something that was kind of always in me, even as a kid.
Okay. So how did you get into trading, JT?
So I was kind of looking at a lot of different hustles, and as a teenager, or a young adult, and I picked trading because I felt like trading it just made the most sense to me. Like I looked at real estate, and real estate you got to drive around, find houses, find buyers, and it's a real competitive. Like e-commerce, you like a clothing brand, for example, you got to get the clothes designed, have a manufacturer, package them, label them, get them shipped out, deal with customer service. So trading I like the best just because you don't have to talk to anybody, you don't have to have a boss, you don't have to post on social media, you don't even have to leave the bed if you want to. You can just make a few $1,000s just from your phone. So that's why I really like trading the best.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, so JT, when it comes to trading, I have dabbled in trading and
Mm-hmm.
I have gained money and then I lost it. So,
Right.
what do you say to people who are skeptical about trading?
Yeah, that's what happens to a lot of people when they first get started. And it's usually for the same reason. They didn't have a strategy. They treat it like the casino. They think they're either gonna get rich or they're gonna go broke. But it doesn't have to be that cut and dry. The goal is to have success over time. So the way that you do that is by having a strategy. And the strategy is just simple as having a method that you use to determine, okay, this stock is about to go up or this stock is about to go down. My personal favorite strategy is following the smart money, as they call it, which is what my trading software lets people do. Like I said, you can see exactly what the most successful traders in the world are buying, and then you can make the same moves as them. So that's my favorite strategy. These are the people that have 70, 80, 90% success rates. So just by following them by default, you'll be able to have that high success rate too.
Okay, that's interesting. So you developed your own software. Uh,
Right.
could you tell us more about the software and tell us about your business?
Yeah, so the software it was created kind of as a way to give an additional value to my current customers because I'd already been helping people learn how to trade. I feel like once they learn, now I want to give them something that even helps them make it easier as I go through that journey on their own and be able to reach new people. So it really is really simple, think about it like this. Say if someone puts $5 million into a trade, it doesn't matter who you are or how much money you have. Nobody wants to just waste $5 million and throw it away. So if you're
Right.
putting that amount of money into one single trade, it's because you have a lot of conviction. You know something. A lot of times these people have access to inside information that the general public, like you and I, don't even have. And then you can see somebody put 5 million right after that, 1 million, 250,000, 500,000, all into the same place. So you might not have that amount of money, but you can still follow it with $100, $1,000, 500, whatever you do have, and you can still make good returns that way. So that's the idea behind the trading software. And then my first business, Impact Investments, we get people in and we provide them with a few different things. There's a step-by-step beginner's guide that can take you from a beginner to a pro. Myself and other admins that run the group with me, we're teaching classes through Zoom 3 to 5 times per week, answering questions, sharing our screen, teaching people how to chart, different strategies you can use across the market. And we have a bunch of different trading bots. They can do a lot of things for you to kind of automate the process, make it so it's less mental work for you. And we're live trading every single day, which is one of the biggest benefits. So myself and the other admins were actually getting on calls with our members and showing them and telling them what we're buying in real time so they can make the same trades as us. And we give them the reason as to why we're buying it and why we think it's a good trade in the first place. So you get to make money and you get to learn how to identify trade setup at the same time.
Okay, that sounds good. JT, you said a mouthful.
Yeah, yeah.
It
it's, a,
looked
it's,
like
it's, a, it's, a, it's a lot going on between the two businesses.
okay. How is your trading business different from other trade people that teach trading?
So one thing about me, I started my trading business in 2019, and I had already been learning and trading, a few years before that. So a lot of these trading businesses, they didn't come around until 2020, when the pandemic happened. That's when trading became kind of mainstream or popular. And that was good because it introduced a lot of people to the market. But a lot of the businesses that were started around that time, the market was acting irrationally. It wasn't behaving normal during that time. So the market moves in cycles. So if you've only been trading since 2020, then you haven't even experienced all of the different cycles of the market. So there's things that are going to happen that are new to you. And if you want to learn from somebody about trading, you want somebody that's seen the market in all its different cycles, it's seen through multiple cycles, so they can tell you, okay, I've seen this before. This is what you do, and this happens. But those 2020 and beyond businesses, they can't do things like that for.
Okay, JC. Sounds good. So what kind of results have you seen for yourself in trading?
So for myself, trading is really what kind of gave me financial freedom because obviously I make money from my businesses, but I don't look at that as my personal funds because there's other people involved. So all of the business money gets reinvested back into the businesses. But as far as like where I live, what I drive, what I eat, when I go on vacation, paid for by trading. So, I really don't have to rely on anybody else to fund my personal lifestyle. And that's real financial freedom to me. Financial freedom doesn't always have to be mansions and Lamborghinis. It's just, you don't have anybody to rely on. There's nobody that can take that skill away from you and take the skill away from making money and providing yourself with the life that you want.
Okay, that sounds good. Speaking of vacations, where's your favorite place to travel?
I really, it's hard for me to pick one place because all of my favorite places, they're going to be a beach somewhere. Like I like Los Angeles, I
Okay.
like Mexico, but like what I really just like is the beach somewhere tropical, like a tropical setting.
Yeah, that's the best.
Can't beat it. You can't beat it.
All right, JT. So, as far as results, what kind of results are your students having?
Yeah, so we've had people do really amazing things. We've had people been able to leave their 9 to 5s completely and earn a full-time living off trading. And some of them, even if they don't leave their 9 to 5, they might go from working full-time to part-time. So now they're only working 2 days a week or 3 days a week, and they're just trading the rest. So they have more of their time back. We've had people make enough money to get a down payment on a car. We've had people make enough money to get a down payment on their first house, whether it's a personal residence or investment property, start their own business, like a lot of things. Trading has been, for most of the members, it's been kind of like a kickstart into other lanes of investments or entrepreneurship. So it's really amazing to see like people have just been able to start their entire brands just off of the money that they made with this.
Okay, JT. Um, so what advice would you give for a brand new trader?
Yeah, so kind of touched on this a little earlier, but I think I'll say it again because it's so important. Just make sure you actually have a strategy that's going to allow you to win more than you lose because you're going to take losses. Even like I said, these most successful traders, they're still going to take losses. But the idea is to win more than you lose. So if you're winning 8 out of 10 of your trades, you don't have to worry about those two that you're losing, right? So you need to just develop a winning strategy. I already gave mine away, which is just following the big money. I think that's the best thing that anybody could do, whether you're a beginner or whether you're a pro. You really can't lose that way.
Okay, and that's real interesting because you have your own software.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, JT, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving.
I
I
heard,
don't know how, but yeah, I don't know of an F. Although I cuss it out, but I like that one. Cause for me, I'm a young guy. Like I'm 22, so like starting my business, shortly after high school and getting into trading and entrepreneurship, it wasn't really something that a lot of people were doing where I'm from. I'm from a small town, so a lot of people kind of question me. What are you doing? This, that. So that book just kind of confirmed or that you're not going to be able to amount to anything, or where you're not going to be able to amount to really where you want to be in life if you keep letting other people's thoughts and opinions hold you back. So you got to not give a F, and still put your content out, still put the business out, and you'll be able to flourish. And I'm living proof of that.
that is interesting. I had to check that book out because
Yeah,
I
that's a good one. I recommend that one for anybody, especially entrepreneurs.
okay. So JT, so I'm gonna change the subject to
Okay,
love. Love is
love.
your show.
Yeah, I like that one.
So JT, I have an ideal already, but are you single or married?
I'm single. Is that your idea?
Yes, just because you are very young.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
yeah, you're right.
So, um, okay, when it comes to money and relationships, what have you learned about money as it comes to relationships that could help somebody else?
I think that a lot of people say, oh, don't date for money, date for love. And it sounds good when you say it, but the truth is, the reason why most divorces are caused is because of money problems. So I think that I'm not saying date for money, but I think there definitely needs to be a conversation. It shouldn't be just, oh, money doesn't matter in a relationship. Well, that's how most divorces happen. So there needs to be a conversation. You get with your partner, y'all have a talk, y'all talk about budgeting, like, hey, this is how much we're going to spend on dates this month because we want to save, or we're not going to take this vacation here where we can buy this later, we'll put it off, just general conversations, so it makes sense for both of y'all.
That is interesting. Very interesting, JT.
Yeah, it's not talking that's relationships, that's like with family members and friendships. There just needs to be more money conversations. I don't think we have those enough with each other, but definitely in relationships.
Yeah, we don't talk about money at all, really.
Nah, we don't. It's a problem.
So, JT, where can people find you if they would like to reach out to you and learn more about trading?
Yeah, so the best place to find me is going to be my Instagram. That's at the Almighty JT. That's where I'm active at every day, trying to post on that every day. Just kind of tips about trading, what I'm doing with my business, personal life, whatever. And then, if you ever have any questions, that's the best place to DM me too. I try to answer all my DMs. Sometimes I can't get back to you right away, but I definitely get back to everybody at some point on that.
Okay. And the last question is, did you have any last words to leave for the audience?
Last words, I would just say, because it's December, we're about halfway through December, so finish the year strong. It doesn't matter if you hit your goals for the year or not. You got about, is it the 16th, right? Yeah, you got about 15 days to finish the year strong and come into 2023 with some momentum. So that's what I encourage people to do.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you for being on the show, JT.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.